been printing money like crazy and devalued the power of the dollar and the value of the dollar. But on top of it now, again, oil is the critical linchpin of this. If Saudi Arabia decides to join with America's enemies here and start trading oil in different currencies, that is going to undermine the entire global economic system. And here at home, you know what it's going to mean for us? It's going to mean raging inflation, so much worse than anything we have ever experienced, Will. And I'll tell you, they're setting it up so that they can then come to the rescue by introducing central bank digital currencies. If they were to do that, and the United States already has a pilot program, that means the loss of your individual economic freedom, because the government will have total access and control of everything you buy and sell, and the ability to turn it off like that.
The type of money that can only be spent for a specific number of reasons. And some worry about that state control or whatever, but like in this particular narrow use case, you want to give checks to individuals to get the economy moving again. So if you think of programmable money that expires if you don't spend it.
The third way we think CBDC can improve financial inclusion is through what we call programmability. That is, CBDC can allow government agencies and private sector players to program, to create smart contracts, to allow targeted policy functions. For example, welfare payment. For example, consumption coupon. For example, food stamp. By programming CBDC, those money can be precisely targeted for what kind of people can own and what kind of use this money can be utilized, for example, for food. So this potential programmability can help government agencies to precisely target their support to those people who need support. So that way can also improve financial inclusion.
Again, I think that the biggest question maybe in economics and politics of the coming decades will be what to do with all these useless people.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology, and I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event. And now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. We all know this channel is shadow banned. Now, guys, in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the New World Order events, and then also I give you the New World Order cryptos. But of course, you have to do your own research. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And guys, right now we have Bitcoin and crypto moving slightly back. Don't forget CME opens tonight. And then also, once the stock market opens, we know yield rates are going to move cryptos again. And guys, on Friday, we had yield rates get pushed down. So we know most likely yield rates are going to start rising. We know at the beginning of the month, we always have a roller coaster ride, and we'll see how much the Fed pulls off of the balance sheet. And then, of course, guys, we have the dollar, which on Friday was slightly up. We have volume, as we can see, guys, there's absolutely no volume in the market. And we have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo went up over $100 billion on Friday, guys, to $2.3 trillion. And we have the central banks raising rates and running off the balance sheet in order to destroy this legacy market so the fourth industrial revolution can rise. And right now, guys, the narrative on television is that the dollar is going to be destroyed, and then we're going to have CBDCs and China is going to rise. And we know whatever narrative the media is pushing is half the truth. What they don't tell you is about the fourth industrial revolution. Yes, it all would be true if it was not for cryptocurrencies, blockchain, we would go through hyperinflation. But because of tokenizing the economy, we're going to go through hyperdeflation. Remember, the NWO caused the problem, wait for the reaction, and run in with the solution. The C word was a test to see how people would react of sitting at home, getting free money, and like Jerome Powell stated, we saw that technology can do a lot of the work, and they want the robots, algorithms, and drones to come in, and the sheep to go inside the metaverse. Get that free programmable money airdrop to them, telling them what, where, and when and how to buy, and they have 3 to 6 months to spend it, or poof, it's gone. And we now have the main two distractions going on with the debt ceiling and Trump that I've been over in several videos. Remember, with real-time settlement, this banking model that we currently in does not work. All the spending that we're doing right now doesn't work because a lot of these countries are getting off the dollar. So what do they have to do? They have to shrink the budget, but also because you're going to have trillions and trillions of dollars of liquidity freed up, the dollar will lose power, but it definitely still will exist. So we're going to have a consolidation in the banking system, but then also the way the Americans live is definitely going to change. But we know in order for the American people to accept that, they have to bring in a crisis. And we definitely hear those drums are beating. And that's why we constantly hear about Russia, China, and Saudi Arabia. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, don't forget about Grayscale sending about $24.1 billion. Now, getting over into a little crypto news, we have Ethereum staking provider Lido to incorporate NFTs to the unstaking process. And even though they said the NFT is going to be burned once the ETH is redeemed, it's still a form of digital identity. And lastly, guys, we have U.S. crackdown will push crypto center of gravity to Hong Kong. And guys, if you've been following the Crypto Teacher or watch my Society 5.0 videos, you clearly know they want the digital transformation to rise in the emerging markets. But also, it doesn't matter what country you go to, including the United States, there is a plan for the digital transformation. Yes, the United States is lagging behind on purpose. Remember, this is all of our technology. And also, we see Ukraine, a country that's supposed to be in war, doing the digital transformation way before the C word. So guys, once you understand the fourth industrial revolution, you understand when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books. Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.